everybody. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. Um, this week is going to be a little bit different. I'll start with a quick recap of last week. It was once again not a great week for me betting-wise. My teaser hit 2 out of 3. The Cardinals covered the 10. The Bears and Lions went over the 45. But the Raiders, 49ers went way over the total, which ended up being a lot lower than I initially gave out because it was announced that Jarrett Stidham would be the quarterback. So that dropped the total several points. I still liked the under, especially with the tees, but obviously I was way off, as were the books. They did not expect Jarrett Stidham to play that well. So, and the Rams money line was also a loser. So, for several reasons, I'm not going to do a typical video going through each game and giving out my favorite plays on the betting lines. First of all, after another losing week, I think I'm going to take another week off and regroup. I'm on a bad cold streak, and I'm just going to look to take some time off again. But another reason is, generally speaking, I think the last week of the season is particularly difficult to bet because so many teams are just not really playing for anything anymore, whether they've already locked up seeding for the playoffs or they're eliminated. So you see a lot of backups getting some time to play. It's almost like betting a preseason game in a lot of instances. So it's a weird week, and even weirder after the awful situation with Damar Hamlin on Monday Night Football. Thankfully, it seems like the latest news is positive, although it's still obviously uncertain. He's still in critical condition, but the latest I've seen is that he's making some progress, which is great news. But I think the whole week is going to have a weird vibe to it. I think, the scheduling is still up in the air, and all those things together just makes it feel weird to bet. To bet very heavily on the week or at all. So what I'm going to do is a little recap of the season. I made a number of bets at the beginning of the season, some of which have already pretty much proven to be failures. Some of them have hit, and some of them still hang in the balance going into the last week. So I'm going to go through a few of those and kind of go through my initial thought process, what happened, and that'll be my video for this week. And then hopefully next week we'll be getting ready to start the playoffs, and I will regroup and have some more bets for Wild Card Weekend. So I'll start with my initial Super Bowl prediction, which was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. That was what I bet to be the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. Tampa Bay still with an outside shot. They are in the playoffs. Vegas, obviously not. I thought Vegas would be a lot better this year with Josh McDaniels coming in to coach. But that was obviously a losing bet. So I would have made, it was plus 93.50, so a, say, $10 bet would have made me $935 if this was the Super Bowl matchup. And I might, at the beginning of the playoffs, make another bet like this, where I just pick the winners of each conference, do it as a parlay, and, see if I can have better luck this time. We'll see. Moving along, I bet on Josh Allen to be the player with the most interceptions. I know he's one of the elite quarterbacks in the league, but he does make a lot of aggressive throws. And last year, Matthew Stafford, who won the Super Bowl, was actually tied for the most interceptions in the league. So it's not necessarily indicative of someone being a bad quarterback that they throw a lot of interceptions. And as it stands now, there are a couple quarterbacks with 14 interceptions. Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott have 14 interceptions. Derek Carr, who has been pretty much benched for the rest of the season, is also at 14. And Josh Allen is at 13. So with one more week to go, I actually have a chance to hit this bet. I essentially just need, Josh Allen to throw one more interception than Dak and Kirk Cousins. Obviously barring something crazy like, another guy throwing 3 interceptions or something like that. But so we'll see. I bet on Travis Etienne to be the comeback player of the year. This doesn't look like it's going to hit. He did have a pretty strong year, but I think there are a couple other players that are much, it's between a few players. I'm pretty sure Geno Smith is in the conversation, Saquon Barkley. There are other guys who just had stronger comeback performances this year, so I don't think this is going to be a winner. Here's an interesting one. So I bet on the Detroit Lions to finish exactly 3rd in the NFC North. And the Sunday night football game this week is Packers-Lions. And the winner will finish 2nd in the division, and the loser will finish 3rd. So if the Packers win this game, I will hit this bet at a plus 165 payout. So I will be a Packers fan on Sunday night. We'll see what happens there. I bet on Joe Burrow to win MVP at plus 1,300. I was offered a chance to cash out of this bet for basically a break-even amount. I basically got back what I put into it. So essentially, I canceled this bet because I cashed out. He's, with the game getting cut short on Monday night, and it seems unlikely at this point that it'll be made up. Who knows, I suppose. But, Patrick Mahomes is the heavy favorite for MVP. I think he was minus 1,000 last time I saw. Burrow is at around plus 1,000, so he's in the conversation in a lot of people's minds, but I just didn't think there was enough time left for him to make up the ground he needed versus Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts also in the conversation, although he's missed the last couple games, so that probably hurts his chances a little bit. So I cashed out of this bet. If if he puts up monster numbers to finish out the season and Mahomes comes out flat this week, and the conversation shifts. I will obviously kick myself that I didn't just hold on to the bet, but I think taking a break even sum was the right choice. And I bet on the Patriots to be the winner of the division. This was obviously a bit of a long shot bet at plus 475. Coming into the season, I thought the Patriots would be better, and I wasn't 100% sold on the Bills. So I thought the value was there at almost a 5-1 shot that the Pats could finish first in the division, but that did not pan out, obviously. So that one will go down as a loss. And here's one that I actually cashed out, or I cashed in, I should say, several weeks ago. I bet under 10 total wins for the Denver Broncos. I just was not sold on Russell Wilson. I thought he didn't look very good last year. In his last year with the Seahawks, a lot of people thought that was just the team around him and that he would thrive in Denver. I was not convinced. So I thought 10 wins was too high. And obviously that turned out to be one of the better bets I made going into the season. So I cashed that in, I should say. And, even I didn't think they'd be quite this bad, but yeah, I wasn't sold on them being that level of, a 10-win team, so. And that is going to be it. So, once again, thoughts and prayers to Damar Hamlin and his family. And, hopefully we keep getting good news. And, the season gets back on track this weekend. It'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with the scheduling. Seems like at this point they'll play the Week 18 games and see how consequential it would even be to finish the Cincinnati-Buffalo game. It may end up being that it doesn't have much impact on the standings anyway, and they just either take it as a tie or even maybe a forfeit for Buffalo, or who knows. But obviously not the most important thing. I totally understand why they stopped the game, and we will see what happens. But thank you everybody for listening. I appreciate my new subscribers. I'm sorry my picks these last few weeks haven't been better, but it seems like most people who are watching my videos and subscribing are not expecting really shrewd gambling advice from me, and maybe just like the sound of my voice and hearing me talk through the games. And I'm looking forward to continuing doing that, whether my bets ultimately pay off or not. So again, thanks for listening, thanks for subscribing, thank you for your support, and I hope everybody has a good night and a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.